Alright, welcome back everybody, and welcome back to my channel. You can follow me at VaderDad on YouTube. This is going to be my video and documentation for my purpose as well as yours on how to rebuild a 4L60E transmission. Over here, I'm going to list the recommended tools that I used during this operation. You may not need to get all of these, but I would highly recommend at least the bare minimum of those tools. Next screenshot is going to be a very important screenshot because this is going to be the service slot where you're going to ultimately remove the 3 torque converter bolts, which are a 55 Torx or a 18 millimeter crow's foot. Those are just some photos right there of me and my partner working on removing this transmission piece by piece. Obviously, as you start this job, you're going to have to remove the transfer case first. Right here in this video is me strapping it with a backup support system. Those are just ratchet straps that are rated for, I think, 600 to 800 pounds. After you loosen all the bolts, the nuts that hold the transfer case to the transmission, you're going to obviously slowly lower it and separate it with a hydraulic jack. Once again, I highly recommend using ratchet straps as the backup so that it just doesn't suddenly fall and you don't have to, hold up the entire weight of the machine. It is a very heavy machine. As we fast forward through this clip, on the next clip, you're going to see me spill a little bit of oil. I do recommend you drain everything before you do it. You could use a pressurized system or gravity drain it. I believe right here is where I spill all the oil from the transfer case. Finally, these are just photographs of what you can see under the car. What you're going to notice in these following photographs are all the numerous pieces that you got to take out, all the different parts. Intake manifold, front axle, rear axle, servo to shift the solenoids. There's a servo right there. That's just the universal joint. That's the field disconnect tool that you're going to need. Those are the size 55 or 18 millimeter torque converter bolts. That's my friend and buddy Samuel Bermudez. And this is me showing you that you can't get a socket or a regular ratchet up there. You need to use a crow's foot to get the torque converter bolts out. That's a picture of all the stuff after you remove it to access the starter motor. And that is where the starter motor used to be. In the next videos, I'm going to show you the different processes and method I used to remove the different components before I got to the point where I showed you just the transmission still being attached to the vehicle. Taking the intake, the throttle body off. 4 bolts, 1/2 inch, or 10 millimeter socket. Boy, if any of you guys don't know, I actually used to be a technician, and then long story short, joined the army, and then got out of the army, worked a SATCOM job, and now after a failed snap-on tool truck business, here I am fixing my own car, and in a state of transition, looking for the next thing I need to do in my life and career. Alright, I was wrong, guys. Turns out there's one more bolt. I think I got it loose. This is how tight it is up here. Look at this. It's no wonder no mechanics or technicians want to operate on a General Motors vehicle. Alright, I think I got it loose. Here we go. Here we go. Progress. That is the sound of progress. This is day 3 of this project, by the way. Day 3. Haha! Got it. Alright, what we see down here is the 2007 H3 Hummer starter motor, and we're about to take this off. I think it's going to require a 14 millimeter, and there should be 2 bolts. There she is, starter motor. Slowly turning this flywheel. I don't have the right tool. Inch by inch. Oh, I got it. Look at that. I got the finesse. I got the touch. There we go. Almost got that second to last nut down here. So I've got a crow's foot, a wrench, and a 3/8 slim profile ratchet. Yes, it's from Duralast, so that would be your AutoZone variety. I'm going to go through the service port and try to get the 3 torque converter bolts loose.
4 hours later.
Alright, been here for about half hour trying to get these torque converter bolts out. They are very difficult to do. 44 foot-pounds, and I'm jamming it with this crowbar so the flywheel and the torque converter don't spin while I loosen the bolts. Here we go. There it is. That's the first of the 3. That's a 15 millimeter stubby bolt, and I believe that's a 55 if you want to use a Torx bit to get it loose. So if you'd like to keep watching, you could follow me as we proceed to day 4, where we're going to drop the transmission. And then after that, probably go to day 5, where we start to disassemble the clutch plates, the clutch pack inside the transmission. And then we'll move on and progress to the eventual stage, and where we're going to rebuild the transmission, and then we're going to reverse the entire process and put all the parts back up into the Hummer. Thanks for following, and hope to see you guys in the comments section.